Genie is a flagship intercom system from LaON technology. It is the industry's first converged digital IP intercom system, enabling both IP-based wired key panels and 5 GHz wireless intercom connections with a single base station. The system is based on standard IP and fully digitalized, offering power of Ethernet connections that support for easy wiring across buildings or large-scale venues. With Genie, you can design an intercom system for broadcasting studios or outside broadcasting bands with only IP connections. Genie operates in license-free and channel-rich 5 GHz uniband, where you can coordinate the frequency channels flexibly with many RF channel options for interference-free, reliable wireless communications, even in the most challenging, congested venues. 5 GHz frequency band allows for more audio channels while minimizing any possible unwanted effects from high-power equipment in the same area. The system latency of Genie is exceptionally low, and users can experience prompt, real-time communications for giving crucial directions without any noticeable delay. Based on the technology from LaON's original SoC and RF module, Genie delivers a high-quality audio performance with extra clarity. Regardless of loud or quiet environments, you will be able to identify who in your team is talking, even if they're whispering. You can configure Genie fully with the IP'd wire devices and wireless devices in one system, configure only for wireless intercom system, or configure only for wired key panel intercom system. This drawing is one of the use cases for the full configuration of Genie wired and wireless system. All Genie devices can be connected through LAN cables and powered by a power of Ethernet source. With Cat5e STP cable or any equivalent, the cable length can be up to 100 meters per section, and for lengths longer than 100 meters, you can use a PoE extender or fiber cable. Genie offers a variety of connectivity by using its multiple 4-wire channels, 4-wire combiner, line router, and WAN link. When you configure the Genie wireless intercom system only, the main devices are consisted of the base station, remote antenna, repeater, and wireless belt pack. Genie base station, remote antenna, and wireless repeater are all providing wireless antenna signals. The base station have 1 PoE in and 2 PoE line out ports. You can connect Genie IP devices, such as the remote antenna, to the PoE line out port to supply the power directly from the base station. When connecting more than 2 remote antennas or repeaters, you can use a PoE network switch. Genie Configuration Manager can be used on a Windows PC, and it can be connected to the base station PoE in port or the network switch. One antenna covers approximately 100 meters at line-of-sight environment. Therefore, position each antenna allowing some overlapping area depending on the actual site environment. Once the wireless belt packs are paired to the base station, they will automatically be linked to any antenna on the same network in each respective antenna area. Up to 128 wireless belt packs can be freely linked to an antenna or a system. Genie's hybrid base station BS1000 supports both wired and wireless intercom connections. You can connect the base station with other Genie devices, such as remote antenna and IP key panels, through the PoE network switch as shown from the drawing. Also, Genie is a daisy-chain PoE scalable system. Therefore, you can directly connect them in a loop. For example, up to 10 IP belt packs can have a daisy-chain connection with a base station. Depending on the system configuration, you may wish to refer to LaON or your local distributor for more details. By operating in the 5 GHz frequency, Genie can use up to 29 RF channels depending on the region, as opposed to just a few channels with other frequency bands. With Genie, you can avoid possible interference and experience another level of reliable wireless intercom communication. Here is the front and rear images of the base station. Let's see what they provide, one by one. To make or change any settings, you can press the menu button and operate with these two keys in the setting mode. With the base station, you can also attend the communication either with the gooseneck microphone or headset. For dual power, you can get an optional additional power adapter for the base station. The base station provides one PoE in and two PoE line out ports. Connect a PoE network switch or a PC to operate Genie Configuration Manager to PoE in, and you can connect other Genie IP devices directly to the PoE line 1 and 2 of the base station through LAN cables, and it will provide power to those other devices from its built-in PoE. With base station, 4 4-wire channels, line A, B, C, and D are provided. You can use 2 of them, either line A and line B, for 4-wire or 2-wire device connections. 2 of the 4-wire connection ports, line A and B, are for LAN connector type. Two of the 4 4-wire connection ports, line C and D, are for 3-pin XLR connectors. Q-Lite or walkie-talkie systems can also be connected to the relay port with a designated connection cable. When more than 2 base stations need to be located in a same area, you can wire the LaON provided multi-sync cables for Ethernet synchronization, so that all antennas synchronize upon TX and RX to avoid any possible interference, jitter, or delay. Genie Remote Antenna is the key necessary device to connect other Genie devices with the base station, but it can be existing on the same network of the system, not needing to be physically located on top of the other Genie devices. Remote Antenna is not just a simple wireless antenna, but helps to connect Genie IP devices such as the key panel, IP beltpack, and wireless repeater to the base station. And each remote antenna supports 10 additional full-duplex simultaneous communication channels, as the base station does the same. Since up to 6 remote antenna can be connected to a base station, up to 70 Genie wireless and wired beltpacks can stay in full-duplex simultaneous communication mode at the same time. And the remote antenna provides wireless antenna signals as well. There are 2 different remote antenna models, RA100DW and RA100. For outdoor events or productions, RA100DW is recommended. RA100DW has internal antennas, and RA100 has external antennas. With 2 PoE line-out ports, RA100DW can supply power to 2 other Genie devices through LAN cables, while RA100 can only be supplied power through the LAN cable. After configuring at least 1 remote antenna in the system, you can add RBS85 repeaters for additional wireless coverage. It is simply a wireless repeater that repeats and expands the wireless coverage. Up to 10 wireless repeaters can be connected to 1 remote antenna, and it shares full duplex communication channels with the corresponding remote antenna. Up to 128 beltpacks can be linked to a repeater, same as the base station or remote antenna. In other words, up to 128 wireless beltpacks can be connected per 1 system in total, regardless of which antenna they are linked to. Genie is a highly scalable system to connect areas across an entire studio building by positioning remote antennas and repeaters on each floor or isolated space. Up to 6 remote antennas can be connected per system, and up to 10 repeaters can be connected to a remote antenna. In total, 66 wireless antennas can be placed per system, except the antenna provided by the base station. Also, Genie does not limit the number of beltpack connections per each antenna within the 128 beltpacks. Up to 128 wireless beltpacks can be connected to a system regardless of how many antennas are connected on the same network and in which antenna the beltpacks are located. All the beltpacks can link to only 1 antenna or a base station. It doesn't matter if only one remote antenna is configured in a system. All 128 wireless belt packs can be connected to the single remote antenna. With multiple antenna connections, all the belt packs can be linked to any one antenna or scattered to multiple antennas. With high flexibility and scalability, it is easy to design your system with Genie. Also, the wireless belt packs will automatically be linked to the antenna in each coverage as they move across the studio building. The base station provides 10 full-duplex simultaneous talk and listen channels, and 6 remote antennas provide the same each. Thus, up to 70 full-duplex talk and listen channels can be activated per system, which is useful for large-scale events or productions. The Genie Wireless Belt Pack BP850 is compact, light, and easy to wear with a silicone pouch. With the wireless belt pack, you can attend in 5 independent group conference channels. And you can communicate in 2 group conference channels of the 5 at the same time, as your workflow requires. You can also talk to all members at once with a key operation. The belt pack can be registered to multiple base stations at the same time, and can select one of the base stations easily from the belt pack screen. If a theater has 3 halls, and each has a system respectively, the number of wireless belt packs can be shared efficiently when needed without any further settings or changes. And for belt pack only communication, one of the belt packs can be set as a master where there is no base station. Up to 128 belt packs can still be used together even in the master belt pack mode. The wireless belt pack is powered by a rechargeable battery or AA alkaline batteries. A complementary battery sled for AA alkaline batteries comes with the belt pack. When configuring Genie wired system only, the main device is consisted of the key panels and line router. If it is needed to use with the wireless intercom as well, you can add the base station and remote antenna. You can connect the key panels and IP belt packs with the base station through a network switch or directly. GDP4 is a 4 keys panel that can be used on a desk or attached on the wall. GDP4 can be powered by PoE source such as the base station, GRP8 key panel, or network switch. You can connect either a headset or gooseneck microphone for communications. GRP8 is a 1RU rack-size IP key panel that provides 8 keys. You can even expand the keys with GXP12 expansion panels. Let's see what they provide, one by one. To make or change any settings, you can press the menu button and operate with these 2 keys in the setting mode. With the GRP8 key panel, you can also communicate either through the gooseneck microphone or headset. For dual power, you can use an optional additional power adapter. With the GRP8 key panel, 4 4-wire channels. Line A, B, C, and D are provided. 2 of the 4-wire connection ports, line A and B, are for the LAN connector type. 2 of the 4 4-wire connection ports, line C and D, are for 3-pin XLR connectors. Q lights or walkie-talkie systems can be connected to the relay port with a designated connection cable. GXP12 is a rack-size IP key panel for key expansions. It can be used by a connection with the master GRP8 key panel. With the LAN cable connections to the daisy chain ports, GXP12 can be powered by a master key panel and provide power to another daisy chain expansion panel. It can be powered by an external power input as well, and the remaining power can be provided to another daisy chain expansion panel, which is good to efficiently design for the system power redundancy. IBP10 is an Ethernet-based wired belt pack that is powered by the power of Ethernet source such as the base station, remote antenna, key panel, or network switch through a LAN cable. It provides 8 talk channels with 4 keys. It can be powered by the base station or key panel directly and provide the power to the other daisy chain IBP10 belt packs. A Genie designated headset or TRRS headset can be used for communications. The Genie line router supports each line input and output to send them to a designated single or multiple key panels flexibly. You will need to configure a line router if the 5 group conference channels that the Genie provides are not enough to design all the required communication flows with the external 4-wire devices. Here's the front and rear of the Genie line router GLR4. Let's see what they provide, one by one. It supports dual power and 1 PoE in port to receive power from a PoE source. Genie line router also provides 4 4-wire channels, line A, B, C, and D. Line A and B are for LAN connector type, and line C and D are for 3-pin XLR connectors. For remote production, Genie WAN Link supports connections to multiple remote sites through the Internet. Genie WAN Link GWL supports the connection of up to 6 remote studio sites through the Internet. It supports dual power and 1 PoE in port to receive power from a PoE source. Genie WAN Link also provides 4 4-wire channels, line A, B, C, and D. Line A and B are for LAN connector type, and line C and D are for 3-pin XLR connectors. The base station, all Genie devices, including the IP key panels, IP belt pack, and wireless belt pack, can communicate in 5 group conference channels. IP key panels can communicate even without a base station. This shows how you can allocate the 5 group conference channels for an example to each Genie device on its keys or devices. You can label each team channel's name with the Genie Configuration Manager, a designated software program for Genie system, and display them in the screens as shown. Various external devices such as camera CCU, IFB system, 2-wire system, 4-wire system, speaker, walkie-talkie, and etc. can also be connected to the base station and GRP8 key panel, and you can allocate the group conference channels for those connected lines devices. Meanwhile, with key panels, peer-to-peer/key-to-key communications are available. Peer-to-peer key panel communications can be made with other key panels. Up to 20 key panels can be connected per system, and 128 key panels with an upgraded version. On one key, you can allocate the multiple panel keys for group communications as well. With the keys of the base station, you can have group conferences, communication with connected lines, Q-Lite, and walkie-talkie systems, but it is not for peer-to-peer key panel communication. And there are many more elaborate functions on Genie to integrate communications with external devices. Genie Configuration Manager, a designated software program, GCM, supports the system configuration, device settings, and pairings. You will also be able to monitor the connection status of all the Genie IP and wireless devices with GCM. Also, it shows the RF channels being used by all antennas inactive. You can easily coordinate and control the RF channels as needed, depending on the site environment. One goal, one communication. Genie is a highly scalable, efficient, and reliable total package intercom system for your crucial communications. Experience the differences brought by Genie for the high-standard intercom users.